All right, it's opening day, 1969. We're at RFK Memorial Stadium. Yankees will be taking on the Washington Senators. Yankees are the defending American League champs. There's some new rules in place for 1969. The pitcher's mound has been shortened. The strike zone's been tightened up. It'll now be from the armpits to the top of the knees. And the pitcher has a 20-second clock when there's no runners on base. It's going to be Mel Stottlemyre for the Yankees against Camilo Pascual for Washington. 66 degrees here. Clear skies and no winds. Starting lineups. New York, Roy White leads off in left field. Jerry Kenney bats second. He's in center field. Batting third is Horace Clark at second base. Batting fourth is Frank Fernandez, the catcher. Batting fifth, Bobby Mercer in right field. Batting sixth, Gene Michael at shortstop. Batting seventh, Joe Pepitone at first. Batting eighth is Casey Cox at third base. Batting ninth and pitching is Mel Stottlemyre. For Washington, batting first will be Del Unser in center. Ed Brinkman at short. Batting third is Frank Howard in left field. He was the 1968 AL MVP. He got to spring training late because he was a holdout. Batting fourth is Mike Epstein at first base. Batting fifth is Ken McMullen at third base. He's also a spring training holdout. Batting sixth is Ed Stroud, right field. Batting seventh is Bernie Allen at second base. Batting eighth is Paul Casanova at catching. Batting ninth, pitching is Camilo Pascual. In the field for Washington, you have Mike Epstein at first, Bernie Allen at second, Ed Brinkman at short, Ken McMullen at third, Frank Howard at left, Del Unser in center, Ed Stroud in right, Paul Casanova catching, pitching Camilo Pascual. Pascual pitched for the old Washington Senators, then went with them to Minnesota, and then came back to the expansion Senators 2 seasons ago. He has a lifetime record of 188 and 145. Stepping in is Roy White, left field. Here's the first pitch of the season. Swing and a miss, strike one. Just a little bit high, ball one, 1-1 count. Ball two. Ball three, high and outside, 3-1 count. It's the inside corner. Strike two, full count. Pops it up behind the catcher, out of play. It's a fly ball in a right field. Stroud is under, and he has one out. Batting second is Jerry Kenyon, center fielder. 1-2 count. Hits a grounder to second. Allen is on it. Throws to first. Just gets him. 2 out. Second baseman Horace Clark. It's fly ball to right. Stroud going. It's off the wall. Crashes into the wall. He can't make the catch. Clark's on second base with a double. The first hit of the season. Frank Fernandez, the catcher. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Inside, ball one. 1-1 count. Outside and high, ball two. High Wades, he backed him off the plate. Ball three. 3-1 count. Runner on second, 2 outs. Swings and misses, strike two. Full count. 3-2 count, 2 outs. And here's the pitch. That was up and in, ball four. Fernandez walks. We have runners on first and second, 2 outs. Bobby Mercer, right fielder. Mercer played in a few games with the Yankees, had a cup of coffee in 65 and played a short portion of the season in 66. He just got out of the Army. And Jerry Kenny, in fact, both just got out of the Army. Pitch to Mercer, outside, ball one. Is at the knee, strike one. 1-1. Inside, ball two. Way inside, ball three. Pasquale's having a little trouble with his control right off the bat. Hits a fly ball to right. Stroud is there and has it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 2 left. Played a half inning. The Yankees nothing. Washington coming to bat. In Cincinnati, the National League opener is underway. The Dodgers taking on the Reds. Yankees in the field. We have Joe Pepitone at first. Horace Clark at second. G. Michael at short. Oh, Bobby Cox. I think I said Casey Cox. Roy White in left. Jerry Kenny in center. Bobby Mercer in right. Frank Fernandez catching. Mel Stottlemyre on the mound. Stottlemyre's been with the Yankees since the mid-portion of 1964. He's 67 and 61 lifetime. He was 19 and 15 last year during their series. And he was 0-1 in the World Series. Leading off is Del Unser, the center fielder. 1 count. Unser grounds to third. Bobby Cox is up with it. Over to first. 1 out. Shortstop Eddie Brinkman. Hits a grounder in the right field. Base hit. Mercer throws it in. Frank Howard, the left fielder, steps in. Came over to the Senators from the Dodgers. Last year, he had 51 home runs, 135 RBIs, the MVP. It's pitched outside, ball one. Called strike, 1-1. Inside, ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball 3. It's high. Fernandez had a jump for that one. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's fly ball to center. Jerry Kenny is under it. 2 out. Mike Epstein. He had 240 last year, 24 home runs. '65 runs batted. He struck out 128 times. And that Ted Williams can help him with his become more of a contact hitter. Inside, ball 1. It's outside, ball 2. Pops it up, first base, Pepitone's under it. And he has it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Played 1 inning, no score. Leading off for New York, Gene Michael. And 1 count. Hits a fly ball to center, unserved, under it, 1 out. First baseman. Fly ball to center, unserved, is there near the track and has it. 2 out. Baseman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nothing across for the Yankees in the top of the second. Played 1.5, no score. For Washington, it'll be McMullen, Stroud, and Allen. It's third baseman Ken McMullen. 0-2 count. Hits a liner in a left field, base hit. Roy White throws it in. Runner on first, nobody out. Right fielder Ed Stroud. Fouls it off down the first base line. Strike 1. Inside, ball 2. Ball 1, 1-1 count. Here's ball 2. It's a fly ball to right. Mercer, near the line. He's got it. 2 out. He launched, caught that on his knees, right on the foul line. 1 out. Here's Bernie Allen. Strike 1. Ball inside. Low and inside, ball 2. 2-1 count. Runner on first, 1 out. Ball 3. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He's got a full count. One out, McMullen on first. Swing and a miss, strike three. It's two down. Here's Paul Casanova. Ball one, outside. Hits a little grounder first. Pepitone has it. He flips to Stottlemyre. That's three outs. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. At the end of two, no score. Mel Stottlemyre. 1-1 count. Hits a fly ball to right. Stroud is under it. One out. Roy Whitey. Hit a shell fly ball down the right field line. Stroud made a diving catch out in the first inning. It's grounder to short. Brinkman's up with it. Over to first. Not in time. Gary Kenny. Kenny grounded to second his last time up. Strike one. The pick off the first. It's back safely. Low and inside the wild pitch. It gets away from Casanova. White takes second. One out, runner on second. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Outside, ball two. 2-2 count. It's a grounder to short. Brinkman's up with it. To first. Not in time. That's the second infield hit for New York this inning. Clark, he doubled off the wall in right field. Back in the first. Checks a swing, but strike one. Inside, ball one. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike two. Runners are off, double steal. White takes third, Kenny takes second. One, two count. All three, full count. One out, runners on second and third. All four. It's the second walk given up by Pasquale. Here's Frank Fernandez. He walked in the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. 0-2 count. Ball inside. High and inside, ball one. Outside, ball two. 2-2 count. Foul back, out of play. Cincinnati, the Dodgers have taken a 2-1 lead. Bill Russell in his first game, his second major league at bat, hits a home run. It's Don Drysdale and Jim Merritt pitching. Fernandez pops. Casanova can't reach it. Still 2-2. High and inside, ball three. Full count. Bases loaded, one out. It's out of play. Ball 4, he forces in a run. The Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Bobby Mercer, he fly to right in the first. Got bases loaded, 1 out. Yankees lead 1-0. Ball 1. 2. Low and inside, ball 3. 3-0 count. It's a little foul down the right field line. This is the first opening day since 1950 that the Yankees do not have Mickey Mantle on their roster. And they're also missing Frank Crosetti, who had been with the team in a capacity as player coach since 1932. He has left New York and is to go to be a coach for the new Seattle Pilots. 3-1 count, Mercer. Hits a fly ball into right field. Stroud under it. Puts it away. Throws it to the cutoff man. Jerry Kenny comes in to score. It's 2-0 New York. Here's Gene Michael. Strike 1. He fly deep to right center. His last time up. Ball 1. 1-1 count. Ball 2 outside. Ball 3. 3-1. It's in there right at the knees. Strike 2. Full count. 2 out. Fourth walk. He's going to warm up for Washington. Will be Miles. It's Joe Pepitone. Fly to deep center in the second. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It's fly ball into right field. Stroud is under it. And he's got it. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. They left 3 after 2.5 innings. New York leads 2-0. Miles will be sitting down. Pinch hitting for Pasquale will be Dick Billings. Billings is making his major league debut. Warming up will be Casey Cox. Did a little foreshadowing there. Casey Cox joined the Yankees, I believe, in 1972. All right, Billings. His first major league at bat. 2-2 count. He's called out on strikes. 1 out. Del Unser grounded to third in the first inning. 0 for 1. It's grounder to third. Bobby Cox is up with it. Over to Pepitone. 2 out. Ed Brinkman, he's 1 for 1. He singled center in the first inning. It's a liner in the left field, base hit. Brinkman's 2 for 2 today. Brinkman's from Cincinnati. It was a high school teammate of Pete Rose. Here's Frank Howard. 0 for 1. Fly deep to right center. Got the crowd on its feet. He hits a liner into center field, base hit. Kenny throws it into the cutoff man. Brinkman stops at second. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. And Mike Epstein. He popped the first. He's 0 for 1. He's got some pop in his bat. It's a fly ball in the right field. That is going, gone. Home run. Epstein, it's a home run to right field. And Washington takes a 3-2 lead. Ken McMullen, he singled in the left field. Singles the center. Now Stottlemyre's having some trouble. Here's that Stroud. He hit a shallow fly ball down the right field line. He's another hitter that Ted Williams has been working closely with. Ball 1. It's a fly ball to center. Kenny is under it. He puts it away. But Washington gets 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, no one left. After 3 innings, Washington leads 3-2. Pitcher for Washington is Casey Cox. Spent 2 full seasons with Washington in 66 and 67. Last year, only pitched 5 innings for the Senators. First up, be Bobby Cox. Bobby Cox struck out in the second inning. Cox hits a grounder first. Epstein to Cox covering. 1 out. It's Mel Stottlemyre. He's 0 for 1. Fly to right center. He singles to left. Howard throws it back in. 1 out, runner on first for Roy White. White's 1 for 2. Hit a shallow fly ball down the right field line and got an infield single. All 1 outside. It's a liner to short. Brinkman has it. Out. Jerry Kenny, he's 1 for 2. Grounder to second, he singled on the infield also. There were 2 slow grounders of Brinkman. Inside, ball 1. Another inside, ball 2. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's a grounder to second. Allen up with it to first. 3 outs. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. Play 3.5. It's Washington 3. New York 2. For Washington, it'll be Allen, Casanova, and Cox. Allen is 0 for 1. He struck out in the second inning. He hits a pop-up. On the infield, Michael's under it. 1 out. Paul Casanova, 0 for 1. He grounded to first in the second inning. It's a grounder to first. Pepitone up with it, and he'll just take it on his own. Casey Cox making his first appearance at the plate this season. 0-2 pitch. He hits a grounder to first. Pepitone will take that one. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Nothing across the bottom of the 4th. Or we played 4. Washington leads 3-2. For the Yankees in the 5th, it'll be Clark, Fernandez, and Mercer. Clark is 1 for 1. He doubled off the wall in the first, walked in the third. He hits a liner. It'll get past Stroud to the wall. He is a stand-up double. Here's Frank Fernandez. He walked in the first, walked in the third. His walk in the third drove in a run. Ball 1. He hits a grounder to second. Bernie Allen up with it to Epstein at first. 1 out. Clark moves to third. Next up, Bobby Mercer. Mercer's 0 for 1. He flied to right. Flied to deep right. In the third. Drove in Jerry Kenny. Strike 1. Inside, ball 2, ball 1. There's inside, ball 2. Inside again, ball 3. 4. Looks like he was pitching around Mercer to try to set up the double play. Gene Michael, he's 0 for 1 today. Fly to deep center, and he walked. Ball 1. Hits grounder to Allen. Possible double play to Brinkman for 1. No, not in time at first. Clark scores, and the game is tied at 3. Joe Pepitone, he's 0 for 2. Fly to deep center, and he fly to shallow right center. Grounder to short, Brinkman up with it to first. 3 outs, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We're at the halfway point, 4.5 innings, and we're tied at 3. Washington in the bottom of the fifth, it'll be Del Unser, Ed Brinkman, and Frank Howard. Unser's 0 for 2, grounded to third, both times up. It's a liner in the left field for a base hit. White throws it back in. It's Ed Brinkman. He's 2 for 2 today. Pair of singles. He's generally the type that's been thought of as good field, no hit, but he's another guy that Ted Williams has been working with. He hits a grounder to short, to Clark at second, to first, double play. Frank Howard, he fly deep to right center, and he singled. Hits a grounder to short. Michael's up with it to first. 3 outs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. No one left. After 5 complete, we're tied at 3. For New York, it'll be Bobby Cox, Mel Stottlemyre, and Roy White in the 6th inning. Cincinnati, the Dodgers have increased their lead to 3-1. Bill Sudeikis with a home run. Sudeikis was a September call-up last season for the Dodgers, and he had a great September. The Dodgers suddenly put it all together in September and got themselves into the pennant race. Cox is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded to first. Grounder to second. Bernie Allen up with it. To Epstein at first, 1 out. Stottlemyre, 1 for 2. Fly to center, ground, and hit a single. It's grounder to second. Allen to Epstein, 2 out. Roy White hit a shallow fly down the right field line that Stroud made a nice catch on. Hit an infield single and lined to the shortstop. It's a fly ball in the right field. Stroud going back. It's off the wall. White holds at second with a double. Jerry Kenny, he's 1 for 3. Grounded to second, hit an infield single, and grounded to second. Got 2 outs, runner on second. Game tied at 3. Strike 1 called. Ball, little inside. 1-1 count. It's curveball inside. Ball 2. Way inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. He hits a grounder to second. Allen to Epstein. 3 outs. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 1 left. Go to the bottom of the 6th. New York 3, Washington 3. Bottom of the 6th, it'll be Epstein, McMullen, and Stroud. Epstein, he popped the first, and he hit a 3-run homer down the right field line. Hit that one 374 feet. He drove in all 3 of the Senators' runs. It's grounder to second. Clark up with it. First. 1 out. It's Ken McMullen. He's 2 for 2. He's hit 2 singles. Outside, he's taken ball 4. That's Stroud. He's 0 for 2. Ball 1. Outside. Ball 2. That outside. Ball 3. 3-0 count. Strike 1 called. Stroud taken all the way. It's a piece of right off the umpire's mask. Fernandez, he's going to walk that one back to Stottlemyre. Give the umpire a minute to get himself set up again. Pops it up. Fouled back, out of play. Full count. 1 out. It's a grounder to Clark. To short for 1. Back to first. Double play. No runs. No hits. No errors. Nobody left. At the end of 6. 3-3. Horace Clark leading off the 7th. Grounds the 3rd. 1 out. Frank Fernandez, 0 for 1. And he walks. That brings up Bobby Mercer. Bobby's 0 for 1 today. Fly to right, he had a sacrifice fly, and he walked. Casanova having a conference with Cox. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Strike 2, a hit the corner. It's a fly ball to right field. That is going, and it's gone. Home run for Bobby Mercer. That puts the Yankees up 5-3. That is Bobby Mercer's first career home run. Quiets the crowd down a bit. Here's Gene Michael. He's 0 for 2 today. He hits one to center field, base hit. Pitching coach Sid Hudson. He's on the phone. It looks like Dennis Higgins will be getting up to warm up. Here's Pepe, Joe Pepitone, 0 for 3. Looking for his first hit of the season. Strike 1. Little low and inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 at the knees. It's a fly ball to center. Unser is under it. Throws it into third. Michael holds. It's Bobby Cox. He's 0 for 3. Bobby was a Topps All-Star rookie last year. .210. 48 RBIs, 9 home runs. Played a decent third base. Strike two. Ball one outside. One ball, two strikes. Run around second and two out. Lines a single to center. Unser up with it. Michaels rounding third, heading for home. And Unser throws it back in. Here comes Sid Hudson, the pitching coach. And it looks like that'll be all for Casey Cox. 3 2/3 innings. Gave up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks. And he is responsible for Bobby Cox on first. Coming in to pitch will be Dennis Higgins. Higgins came over from the White Sox. He was 4-9 last year. He had 12 saves. And here's Stottlemyre. He's 1 for 3 today. Well, he hits a ground ball to second. Allen over to Brinkman at short, and that'll retire the side. But if the Yankees get 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left, go to the bottom of the 7th, and New York leads 6-3. For Washington, it'll be Allen, Casanova, and a pinch hitter. Allen's 0 for 2 today. Hits a grounder to third. Cox is up with it. Pepitone at first, 1 out. It's Paul Casanova. He's 0 for 2 today. Hits one of Stottlemyre. Stottlemyre boots it. It's the first error of the year for the Yankees. Coming in to run for Casanova will be Hank Allen. Pinch hitting will be Brant Elia. Warming up in the bullpen, Frank Britannia. All right. Runner on first, 1 out. Brant Elia. Elia had an unhappy season with Washington last year after was hitting 229, and then he got sent down and did not respond real well to that. Here's the pitch. It's fly ball down the left field line. Foul out of play, strike 1. Pick off the first, Hank Allen's back. High and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. In Cincinnati, the Dodgers have won the opening day of the National League season, 6-3. Breaking ball at the knees, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another pickoff throw. Elia hits a single to right. Hank Allen's got good speed, but he's stops at second. Hank Allen, his brother of Philadelphia Phillies, Richie, a.k.a. Dick Allen. And here's Del Unser. He's 1 for 3. Grounded to third twice, and then he has single. Fernandez goes to talk to Stottlemyre. He grounds one in the center field, base hit. They're holding Allen at. Coach Nellie Fox is holding Allen at third. Got one out, bases loaded. Eddie Brinkman. Brinkman's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. And he hit into a double play. Ball one outside. He lines one in a left field base hit. Allen scores. They're holding up Alia. At third, bases loaded. Washington cuts the Yankees' lead to 6-4. And here's Frank Howard. 1 for 3 with a single. He's a player everybody in this stadium wants to see up in this situation. Change up, ball one. Strike one. Pops one up foul. Cox is after it, but it's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Yankees have a 2-run lead. Ball 3. Ball 2. Down the right field line. Mercer's after it, but it makes the stands. 2-2. Ooh, and Howard is hit. That'll score Alia 6-5. And Mike Epstein hit a 3-run homer in the third. Know that was unintentional. Stottlemyre did not want to hit him. Ball one. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2. Ball 3. 3-1 count. Bases loaded. Ball 4. Unser comes in to score, and the game is tied. And here's Ken McMullen. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a walk. He loops one into right field. Brinkman comes to score. Base is still loaded, and the Washington goes up 7-6. Ed Stroud looking for his first hit of the year. Fouls it back. Strike one. Lines one in the center field. Base hit. Howard scores. Base is still loaded. That's the 5th run of the inning for Washington. They lead 8-6. Britannia will sit down. Bob Humphreys gets up to warm up. It's a fly ball to center. Kenny's under it. He has it. FC will try to score. McMullen, here's the throw to up the plate. And he got him. Fernandez tags him out. Washington gets 5 runs. Four hits. No errors. 2 left. At the end of 7, Washington leads 8-6. When it catches Jim French, he will hit in the 8th position. Bob Humphreys will be in the pitch. He'll be in the hitting in the 9th position. He had 1 save last year. Jim French, he was a part-timer last year. In the 8th inning, it'll be Roy White, Jerry Kenny, and Horace Clark for the Yankees. White is 2 for 4. Singles to right, Stroud through. This will bring the tying run to the plate. Jerry Kenny's 1 for 4. Single in the 3rd. Ball 1. It's grounded to Allen. To short for 1. No throw to first. 1 out on the fielder's choice. Jerry Kenny takes first. Horace Clark, he's 2 for 3. He doubled off the wall twice. Ball 1 outside. Ball 2 inside. It's in strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Strike 2. 3, full count. Ball 4. Frank Fernandez, he's 0 for 1, representing the go-ahead run. Britannia's back up, warming up. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lines 1 in the left field, base hit. Howard up with it. Kenny's heading for home. Howard throws it into the cutoff man. Yankees cut the lead to 8-7. Bobby Mercer. Mercer hit a 3-run homer. Or he had a 2-run homer. And he also had a sacrifice fly. He has 3 RBIs today. Lines 1 in the left field, base hit. Howard's up with it. Clark's heading for home. And the Yankees tie the game. 8-8. Here's Sid Hudson. That'll be all for Bob Humphreys. Frank Britannia coming in. Pitch. Britannia, he's been around for a while. Came up in 64 with Baltimore. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Game tied at 8. Gene Michaels, 1 for 3. He balks. That'll move up the runners to second and third. Draw the infield in. Strike 1. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, ball 2. Inside, ball 3. Ball 4. Pepitone 0 for 4. They're going to play for the double play. It's fly ball to right. Stroud under it. This should break the tie. Fernandez scores and the Yankees retake the lead, 9-8. It's Bobby Cox. He's 1 for 4. Two. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pops it up. French is going back for it, but it's out of play. 2-2 count. Grounds it to first. Epstein's up with it. Takes it himself. But the Yankees get 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. After 7.5 innings, New York has retaken the lead, 9-8. Coming into play right field for New York will be Bill Robinson, taking over for Bobby Mercer. Jim French leads it off. This is his first at-bat of the season. He walks. Batting for Britannia will be Tim Cullen. Dave Baldwin. There goes French. He's safe. That's Steele second. Tim Cullen, he was with Washington, then he went over to Chicago for a short, then came back to Washington. He had a good season last year. In a part-time role. It's fly ball to right. Robinson's under it. And French will hold. There now, if Bobby Mercer had been in the game, French might have been able to take third. It's Del Unser. He's 2 for 4. Pair of singles. Ball 1. 2. Fouls it back, out of play. It's a grounder to second. Clark up with it to first. That's 2 out. French takes third. Eddie Brinkman, he has 3 hits today. Has 3 singles. French on third, 2 outs. He represents the tying run. Ball 1. Brinkman singles the center. French comes in to score. Washington ties the game. That's Eddie Brinkman's fourth hit today. Here's Frank Howard. It's 1 for 3. He got hit by a pitch his last time up. Grounds at the third. Cox makes a great play. Over to Clark at second. That'll end the inning. They get 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. At the end of 8, we are tied at 9 apiece. Pitcher for Washington is Dave Baldwin. Stottlemyre. Batting for Stottlemyre will be Nate Oliver. Nate Oliver's making his first appearance as a member of the Yankees. Played with the Dodgers and then the Giants. AL game. He hits a fly ball to center. Unser is under it. 1 out. It's Roy White. He's 3 for 5 today. He walks. Jerry Kenny, he's 1 for 5. All 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hits grounder to Allen. To Brinkman, it's short for 1. Be no throw to first. Kenny takes first on the fielder's choice. It's Horace Clark. He's 2 for 3. Walked and he scored in the 8th. Strike 1. Strike 2. Balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it back. Strike 2. All 3 full count. 2 outs, runner on first. It's a fly ball to left. Howard's under it. Makes the catch. Ball. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Go to the bottom of the 9th. We are tied at 9. New pitcher for the Yankees, Lindy McDaniel. He came over to the Yankees last year from San Francisco. He had 11 saves in 23 games with the Yankees last year. Be Epstein, McMullen, and Stroud. It's Epstein. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Ken McMullen, he's 3 for 3 today. It's grounder to short. Michael up with it to first, 2 out. Ed Stroud, he's 1 for 4. Strike 3. Nothing across for the Senators in the 9th inning. We go to extra innings. Tied at 9. For the Yankees in the 10th, it'll be Fernandez, Robinson, and Michael. Frank Fernandez pops it up to short. Brinkman is under it. 1 out. Oh! No, it dropped between them. And they're sending in Tom Tresh to pinch hit, or pinch run. Bill Robinson making his first appearance at the plate. Strike one. Strike two. Outside, ball one. Inside, ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Strike three. 1 out. Gene Michael, he's 1 for 3 today. Ball one. Ball two. Ball three. Ball four. We're going to get Jim Miles up and throwing. Joe. One out, runners on first and second. We're in the 10th inning. Ball one. Fouls it back. French after it, but it's in the crowd. Ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. Strike two. Ball three. It's a liner in the left. Howard's up with it. Tresh is rounding third and going home. Howard throws it to the cutoff man. New York retakes the lead 10-9. Here comes Sid Hudson. They're making the call to the bullpen for Jim Miles. Jim Miles, this is his 3rd appearance in his major league career. He made 2 appearances last season and pitched 1 2/3 innings. Bobby Cox, 1 for 5. Strike one. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball two. 2-1. Ball three. 3-1. Down the middle, strike two. Full count. He singles the left. Michael's going for home. And New York leads 11-9. Pinch hitting for Lindy McDaniel will be Len Bamer. Bamer played 1 game for the Reds 2 years ago. Ball one. It's grounded to short. Brinkman up with it. To second for 1. To first, double play. But the Yankees get 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 10th. And the Yankees lead 11-9. Coming in to pitch for New York will be Steve Hamilton. Hamilton had 8 saves for New York last year. It'll be Allen, French, and a pinch hitter. Here's Bernie Allen, 0 for 4. Strikeout. Jim French walked in the eighth inning. Hits a grounder to second. Clark up with it to first. 2 out. Batting for Miles will be Gary Holman. It was pinch hitter last year. Hit 235. Warming up in the bullpen will be Jim Hannon. Hits a grounder to first. Pepitone takes it. And that's the ball game. Nothing across the bottom of the 10th. The Yankees win 11-9 in 10 innings. Bobby Mercer went 2 for 3 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Roy White 3 for 5 with a double and stole a base. Horace Clark 2 for 4 with 2 doubles for the Yankees. Ken McMullen 3 for 4 for Washington. Epstein 1 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Ed Brinkman 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Lindy McDaniel gets the win. He's 1-0. Dave Baldwin takes the loss. He's 0-1. Time of the game, 3 hours and 38 minutes. And this year, instead of starting out with 28 on the roster, teams starting out with 25 on the roster, and Washington emptied their bench. We'll be back on Saturday for the regular game of the week. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Thank you.